Once the wort leaves the brew house, it's basically between, again, 80 to 100 degrees. It is very, very hot. We need to add the last ingredient, which is our yeast. I'll just move over this way. Once the liquid wort is transferred from the brew house down in this area, it goes through a wort cooling exchanges. So inside this machine here, there's tiny little pipes that you can see. Unfortunately, it's far on, to the right-hand side of our room. If you can see the blue-coloured machine, it's basically just behind that. There's a plastic sheet where that guy just walked past. Okay, that's our wort cooling exchanges. So we've got cold water in these pipes. So as the wort travels through the pipes as well, so it exchanges. So now the cold water is hot and the hot liquid wort is now cooled down to about 15 to 20 degrees. We need to add the yeast into the product as well. We can't add the yeast while it's hot. Because it's too hot, it's going to kill off the yeast. The yeast is a living, microscopic living organism. Okay? So once it's cooled down to, say, between 15 to 20 degrees, they'll transfer all of the wort to our fermentation tanks, which is halfway down the corridor. It will go through the fermentation processes. I'll explain that once we're down that side. So 15 to 18 degrees of fermentation takes between 5 to 7 days. Once the fermentation is finished, they'll transfer that all the way up here. I'll go through the processes further when we're down there, okay? So they'll transfer the beer all the way up here, and we need to filter it now. The two stainless steel tanks either side of the no smoking side are known as diatomaceous earth filters, which is like your big swimming pool filters. Okay, so the beer is filtered, and then in the middle of the room we have two beer chillers, the two large white cylinder tanks that's sitting on its side. So it's chilled down to about -1 degrees, and the beer will also go through what is known as trap filters. We have a large stainless steel cylinder. Inside the cylinder we have tubes, little round stainless steel tubes, and the guys on this side will physically have to get, we use cardboard paper, which is one of our filtration pads, goes into the tiny little tubes, so the beers will now go through the trap filters and goes through the second filtration system. Okay, so now the beer is transferred all the way down to the end of this corridor to the bright beer tanks, which is the finished product. So from start to finish is approximately 5 weeks. By the time it's packaged, it's no longer than 6 weeks. Okay, out to the in the warehouse, it stays for about 9 days maximum, and it needs to go out to the customers ASAP. Best beer is the fresh beer. Okay, it doesn't improve with age like wine does because there's no artificial flavourings, colourings, or chemicals. So the beer has a very short shelf life. I'll go through that again once we make our way down to the packaging floor. Okay, now just behind you, you don't have to take these guys. This is our, we call this the hub of the brewery. This is where our control room is. We have two staff members here that control and works in our control room, monitoring. They can actually work with the guys who's down the corridors, 2 stories below us. They can say, can you change the beer from, tank number 4 to tank number 6? So they will do all of that controlling. All the guys down on the bottom floor will have to do is maybe change the hoses around from one tank to the next. Okay? Any questions at this stage? By the time it's packaged, it's no longer, it's 6 weeks.
6 weeks from
the start to packaging. Yeah.
And then you said it stays in there for 9 days.
Yeah, once it's packaged in the warehouse. Yeah.
You're talking about going from hot to cold. Is that like travelling in different waters?
No, it's not. So you've got 2 separate pipes, say, yeah. So that hot water will go back in the brew house for the next batch because there's nothing wrong with that water, and then it's wort is cool.